Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is the Divine Force. Last time, as I've been catching up myself a bit after my vacation, so yes, last time we defeated Remington and Boldor, and at the end I remember quite clearly that it looked like Boldor basically took the status of Sovereign from Remington. It wasn't explicitly sad, but you could see his energy being taken over, so I guess that's what happened before Boldor basically killed off, which I don't think is what actually happened, because when that occurred, you saw a blue light rising up into the sky, so I'm thinking he will come back in a new body of some kind. But afterwards, of course, our party thought, well, with him defeated and the Centralists being taken care of, with Remington in their mind, the Sovereign, being out of the way, it's time for the princess to go back home. And I think that's where we are right now. So let's see if we can bring her back home, where I think we will see, if I am right, that Boldor is still in existence somewhere in the Scorpion network, and he will take over the position of Sovereign. But yeah, let's head out of here first.
We should head back to the Aldous first.
It looks like everyone is back to normal again.
Sorry to bother, Laeticia. Can we ask a small favor?
Yes, of course. We'd like you to check on the progress of Chloe's linguistic studies. Happy to. Chloe, you have been studying for quite some time now, have you not?
Yeah, but the problem is I still can't really say that much.
Chloe, have some confidence. I will now disable the universal translator.
My name is Chloe Canneris. I like astrology. I don't like confined spaces. How was that? Did it make any sense to you?
Superb! That was absolutely perfect, Chloe.
Really? Thank you. I am so happy. I can talk using my own words.
Your pronunciation is perfect, and your listening skills appear fine, too. Oh, it is apparent you have thoroughly applied yourself. Very nicely done, Chloe.
Thank you so much, Elena. Relying on the universal translator is much easier, but the culture and history of Aster IV is coursing through its language. There is no other way to appreciate it than to learn it properly.
Chloe, you truly are amazing.
Oh, no. Really, I owe it all to the help you and everyone else has given me, Laeticia.
Well then, how do you feel about learning slightly more difficult words?
Curse words?
Huh?
Because those can be difficult but very fun to learn.
Challenging textbooks on the ancient tongue. I am quite sure it will be all too easy for you, Chloe. Passion for learning is a good thing. Chloe, perhaps you would wish to learn a little bit more.
I think I'm okay with just sticking to everyday speech for now. I'll get to the archaic terms someday. Those old words might send my brain back to the Stone Age.
Yeah, I love these private actions. They show you a bit more about the interactions between the people within our team, and I really enjoy that.
Exquisite.
But you really have to look out for them, because they don't appear each and every time.
I could spend an eternity exploring this world and it would never be enough. If only I could see more.
Is he already starting to feel the pull of going back home?
Boldor is dead. All that remains is my service to you and the kingdom. Though it will be a bit sad parting ways with Ray and his friends.
I think not just yet, but that's me.
Sadly, deciphering the coils with Provenience Cavern is beyond my meager knowledge.
And that's the other thing. While we were down there in the caverns, Nina and of course Mithrova said that the symbols on the symbol engine really looked a lot like what they found in the coils when they were taking up the levitating stones. So I'm thinking we're gonna go back there as well to see, are they really alike? And who knows, maybe for her planet that could bear their technological advancement, just like it did here, like starting in early development. If that's the case, that would be extremely cool. So I think that's another option that the game could take us in. So the resurrection of Boldor, and of course new ancient technology on Aster. But yeah, the only thing we can do to find that out is to move on forward and get back off this planet. Yeah, I haven't found this chest yet. Because I don't feel like it's in the plans here. It's not on the floor. Yeah, it's a conundrum, it is. Could be a faulty indicator on the map though. Don't know for sure. Yeah, and of course I'm taking my sweet old time walking through this town because this is the last time I'm probably gonna be here for a while. So I want to make sure we've seen everything.
Marielle, the Kenny name bears special meaning in your world, correct?
It's special. To everyone else more than me, I guess. Sometimes it just feels like a weight on my shoulders.
Can you tell me more?
Well, my grandparents and their forebearers played a major role in Federation history. They were incredible. You can definitely find them in textbooks.
They must be among the so-called giants of history.
Right. I'm no giant, though. I'm just a little girl stuck at the far end of our great family table.
Marielle. Being a princess, I too am well aware of the burden and weight that comes with one's bloodline. The pressure of living up to surrounding expectations. The anxieties of upholding the long family history.
Laeticia.
Nevertheless, I stand here now as Laeticia, and you are here as Marielle. I am aware of you, Marielle, not those who came before you. Therefore, please just stay as Marielle. Let the legacies of old settle where it may.
Thank you. It feels a little lighter now.
I have complete faith in you. Faith that one day, you will come to embrace your Kenny name.
Yeah, you're probably right. I can't keep avoiding it forever, can I?
Yeah, and let's be sure that we've played the past Star Ocean games where we played as Kennys. They were not too sure about themselves, not that confident. It's history that made them the heroes that they are. So you will never know what you will be capable of unless you go through your own history before actually knowing where it will end up. Ooh. Midas!
What am I doing? Why, I'm committing everything here to memory so I can share with Melthea and Marcus.
Your Highness, is this Raymond's home? This may as well be a castle, do you not think?
I was able to see my parents! Thank you so much for helping keep Bergholm safe.
We'll do our best to keep all planets safe, because that's what a princess does. Do we want to check this?
We managed to
Yeah, is it new?
Well, that was
Well.
indeed fruitful.
Do we want to buy some resources? It's expensive, but I'm sure it's useful too. How much? Ooh, 100,000. I gotta be careful when I make something of that, but I do wonder if you make use of better materials, if you have a higher chance of getting the rarer factors, or if it just involves like you get a better quality item than that.
Not a bad city, huh? You look it over to your heart's content. That way, maybe you can remember it every once in a while, huh?
I'm pretty sure Laeticia will remember this for the rest of her life.
Welcome to Paladurnia, Laeticia. It's pretty much all offices, but make yourself at home.
Well, it is still beautiful.
Hello, young lady. I heard all about what's been going on. Sorry to hear all these strange troubles have sucked you out of your home and up into the vastness of space.
Not quite the way I see the situation.
It's all because of that Duma, was it? If I hadn't agreed to transport that hunk of junk in the first place, well, I'm sure a fair lady like yourself never would have got caught up in all this otherwise. I owe you an apology.
Huh. I am afraid I must disagree.
Huh?
If you are in fact the reason why Duma alighted in my homeland, I find myself most grateful to you. It is because of Duma that Ray and I crossed paths. They helped us to save our kingdom. I have also found it most enlightening to bear witness to the cultures and behaviors of the various peoples living above our sky. Furthermore, it has given me the chance to subdue Baldur as he flees into the stars.
I think I may have underestimated you, young lady. Young lady? Ha! Where are my manners? Laeticia, you're good people. And you've got guts, too. Huh, I like that.
I am honored you think so.
Here's an idea. Once all these issues are done and dusted, why don't you marry into the Lawrence clan?
Pardon?
A little bit too forward role.
Ray is a young star at our company. He's got quite the bright future.
Hey, hit the brakes, Dad. What are you saying all of a sudden?
And there's also Antonio. But I personally guarantee you'll have an easy enough life with either of them.
Come on, old man, lay off. You're making the poor girl uncomfortable.
What do you say, Laeticia? Would you rather marry Ray or Antonio?
Raul. Now I'm gonna go for Ray.
I might have to say Ray.
Laeticia, there's no need for you to be polite and consider his weird question seriously. Did you say Ray?
Oh, please do not blush like that, Ray. I do believe it may be contagious. We have traveled together a long time and become like old friends. Yes, that is it. Is it not?
Yeah, you're right. That's it. Out of those options, it'd have to be me, right?
Yes, precisely.
Looks like you two might not even need my help to make that happen.
Yeah, there's definitely something there, but will it ever grow beyond friendship? Only time will tell. And of course, will Laeticia be able to do it? Because she is royalty, so normally royalty is wed off to other kingdoms and such, isn't it? We'll have to see.
Calling the Aldous. Requesting transfer.
Roger that.
Best head for the bridge first.
Well, we could go to the common area, see if the rest of our team is there as well. Anybody to talk to?
It would do no good to wander aimlessly just before we depart. I should head straight for the bridge.
Doesn't seem like it.
Hey, you folks have fought with those Scorpion guys before, right? If you get hold of any parts, bring them to me. I may be just a mechanic, but I'd love to get a look at what they've got under the hood.
Well, they're still you, and you know that, right?
I don't care if it's junk. Just bring me whatever you can
Just
find.
Synthetic humans.
Whoa, amazing. This will be more than enough. I'm gonna have fun tinkering with this stuff.
Glad to be of assistance.
I am. That's a lot of
Setting
cash.
aside the whole ideology issue, Scorpion technology is seriously wild. Gotta say, it's pretty twisted. At least I got a little excitement in my day.
I'm glad you're happy. Alright, time to head over to the bridge.
So, I guess we're setting a course back for Aster IV then, that right?
Yep.
If you would.
By the way, you should know that Vergoldian Interstellar sent out a warning. Some of Remington's fleet haven't surrendered to Admiral Maverick yet. They report some scattered pockets of resistance.
So a straight course for Aster is out.
Yeah, might be smarter to take the scenic route this time. You know the drill. Better to be safe than sorry.
Right. So we'll steer clear of the usual routes and see if we can find some safer detours then.
A most prudent choice. It would do us no harm to linger longer among the stars, yes?
Yes, he doesn't want to say goodbye yet.
Pull us out of orbit at a quarter thrust and set course for Aster. Last leg of our journey. Let's make it a good one.
Copy that, Captain. Exiting orbital trajectory at a quarter thrust.
Never say you're at the last stretch of a journey. You know things are gonna happen when you say that.
To Aster IV.
Your Highness.
Fret not. It was but the thought of our journey's end.
Perhaps a stroll would put one's mind at ease. May well be our last chance to share words with our companions.
Yes, well, that is a most excellent idea.
Well, at least our interstellar companions.
I am afraid our time here grows short. Make sure to spend the remaining moments with everyone in a manner that leaves nothing to regret.
And I'm sure he will give you a comm device to keep in touch with each other.
Maester Midas, whatever are you doing?
I'm musing over the Scorpion.
Come again?
I've come across a wealth of experiences I'd never dreamed of since taking to the stars. There is much I wish to convey to Melthea and Marcus upon our return.
Well, that is wonderful. Dr. Eason and Director Melthea will certainly be pleased.
But my voluminous words will never truly convey to them the smell in the air aboard this vessel, nor the texture and tastes of our journey. I can't explain the sensation of my weight on the surface of strange planets for the first time.
Yes.
We humans are social creatures. At our root, we live through and thanks to our connections with others. That set me thinking. The Scorpions seek to guide evolution, and they share their society's wisdom with all who join them. Perhaps they forge the path that all humanoids must one day inevitably tread.
Be that as it may, Maester Midas, do we humanoids need not still build for one another the road which one day leads us there?
I needn't be reminded, but the matter itself is now known to me. It has taken root and will occupy my mind for the rest of my days. And what wonderful days they will be.
I find myself picturing Lady Malkia far from amused at how troublesome you might be.
If I wasn't, then I would no longer be me, correct?
He seems so much more happier than we first found him. And I do hope he stays with Malkia, definitely.
There's no going back now. I'll likely spend my days striving for that which I've seen within.
And I do see Midas as one that would connect himself with a scorpion, just for the chance of greater knowledge.
I inquired of Raymond to determine if we might sail the Fulga through the Ocean of Stars.
Aboard the Fulga? And what was his response?
Without a moment of contemplation, he told me space held no air, as though it were as obvious as the color of the sky itself. For many years I have studied semiomancy alongside Midas and the other maesters, sharing in all the knowledge of our world. Yet, I now realize we know absolutely nothing of space.
Yet.
And is there no consolation in knowing now what you have yet to learn?
I find no consolation in self-deceit. We must acknowledge that it shall be no simple feat to ever set course for their worlds ourselves.
True, but it being not an easy feat, doesn't that mean it's a challenge that is welcoming to be overcome? That could technically be a good thing, right? Alright, let's go to transport and then to residential.
I imagine these could very well be the last moments I have together with Ray and his crew. Perhaps I ought to see if anyone is around in the galley.
That's the idea.
Might I inquire now what it was that Luca meant earlier?
So, Laeticia, you're royalty, right? Which means you're one of the recognized representatives for a major percentage of Aster IV's population, yes? And Midas and Nina, they're some of the greatest minds the planet has to offer. Whenever such people of your caliber come into contact with Federation technology, their native planet gets registered as a protectorate.
And a protectorate is...
There are ramifications, but there is one in particular that Ray's concerned about.
Oh, nothing.
Okay, registering a planet as a Federation protectorate is almost like a public proclamation. That they are laying future claim to the planet, as a Vergoldian, and also as someone who witnessed all the controversy here. It's hard for him to accept that.
I confess I am also uncertain how to respond.
If we're being frank, I don't think the Federation in its current state is in any position to register Aster IV as a protectorate. I just have one concern.
Concern?
As long as I remain military personnel, making Aster IV a protectorate is the only way I'd ever be able to see any of you again.
Oh, that is a grave concern indeed.
It truly is. What I want and who I am are so topsy-turvy now. I really don't know what to do. There has to be some happy answer out there.
Yeah, and if we consider the Federation making the planet a protectorate, I think the Federation needs to put their own business in order first before ever even considering doing that. And I think that's exactly what Marielle means when she's saying that. One other person? Maybe two? No, just one.
It's been an adventure of a lifetime, but it's almost over now, huh?
The journey, yes, but not the lessons we might glean from it.
Some of it's still pretty hard to digest. And we've definitely had more than our share of trouble and all, but... oh, I don't know. I really wish we could have stayed longer and traveled more with them. Don't you think so, Laeticia?
She does.
Laeticia?
Yes. Yes. I quite agree. If only ever so slightly longer.
Yeah, she's starting to miss them already.
Oh, Laeticia. I wish I could spend more time here in the Star Ocean too.
Yeah, maybe not so emotional as she is, but still. They miss her friends, which is totally normal.
Is something on your mind, cousin? What could cause you to respire so?
My thoughts were of Bulldor. I keep wondering if I might have done more. Somehow convinced him down a path which, in the end, might have saved him.
Perhaps.
In truth, I am plagued by regret. What I seek, and that which I bring about, never seem to coincide.
I lament the same myself.
And yet, then I look at men such as Bennett and Remington. These men are capable of sailing through the stars themselves, yet still they are susceptible of falling astray at the slightest mishap. There seems to be no world in which we are guaranteed to accomplish that which we set out to.
Perhaps the story of our kind is built by those who tried and failed, but persevered nonetheless. What we deem failure at present may one day be seen a crucial step toward a greater good.
Exactly.
We might say the same of the Scorpium.
Perhaps so. That means we must push through and live on, so that one day we can stand tall and proud.
Yeah, because it's basically, it's not about where you end up, it's also about the journey of getting there. Failure or success, the experience you gain along the way is just as important.
I am by no means trying to affirm my mistakes, but I am happy to have found some salvation in all of this.
Yes. One more? Oh, Chloe, of course.
How much longer until our return to Aster?
Just about there now. I'm sorry about the Emperor.
Indeed.
I don't think I could say this in front of Albaird or the others, but I feel like he wasn't a bad person.
It's quite all right, Chloe. I am in agreement.
I'm sure Prince Gerard... Emperor Gerard now, I guess. This news will be very difficult for him.
We must accept the Emperor's fate if the Empire and my kingdom are to move toward peace. Chloe?
Yes?
I must confide. I find myself wishing you Aucerian like me.
I'm very flattered and honored by your words. But I have a feeling perhaps we wouldn't have wound up as good as friends if that were true.
Right. Well put. Mayhaps things are best as they are.
I agree.
Yeah, because every little bit of difference, anything that happened, changes everything completely. Things might not have turned out the same way.
I guess maybe you'd call this whole adventure some quirk of fate, huh? Anyway, I'm so glad to have met you, Laeticia.
That would be a great subtitle for an RPG, The Quirks of Fate. I would definitely play it if I saw a game like that. Alright, I think that's everything, right? Back to the common area? Yes.
Seems our time together draws to an end.
All journeys reach an end. Doesn't mean it's the end, though. Right?
Indeed.
I can assure you, we don't want to lose contact with any of you after today. Speaking of the future, though, what exactly do you plan to do now, Duma? You were meant to assess the people of Vergold for Scorpium compatibility, yes?
I am contemplating the endeavor to normalize Scorpium integration.
Normalize Scorpium integration? Should I take that to mean moving away from invasive assimilation to focus on what were your prior methods then?
You are correct, though we expect that alone will be insufficient. Contact with the Pangalactic Federation served as a catalyst in the Scorpium schism. However, it is now obviously apparent that Scorpium ideology has always been susceptible to such dangers.
It was always at risk of taking a more aggressive route, then?
Indisputable. Armed with that information, we must learn from our failures and seek out new methods by which to further our evolution. This perspective should be shared with the network.
Sounds a lot better than the Centralists, that's for sure. But how's one little probe supposed to influence the whole network?
Astute observation. I am but an investigative life form, unable to intervene in non-mission critical duties.
Yet, little Duma, you did just that by aiding us on our journey, did you not?
It was your actions that prompted me to do so.
What actions?
Your efforts to rescue the android Elena from the crash site at Galka Shrine triggered my protocols. Had you acted differently, my investigation directive would have persisted. Communication between us would have remained at minimum levels. In past surveys of worlds co-inhabited by organic and non-organic life forms, use of non-organics as tools by organic life forms has been quite typical. However, you treat Elena's life as equal to your own, sparing no thought to her nature. In your interactions, I detected new possibilities for future coexistence. My aid was offered in an effort to further investigate future options suggested by your actions. Additionally, influenced by the interactions they witnessed between Raymond and Elena, Laeticia and the people of Aster IV naturally accepted the android as an equal being, working alongside Elena as they would any other fellow humanoid. This is an astounding occurrence, and serves as proof that such a symbiotic relationship can spread. My actions may have breached my role as an investigative unit, but I am grateful to all of you.
That's all just common sense for Vergoldians.
Likewise, it seemed only natural for us.
The greatest hope for the future of Scorpium is in finding more who share such a mentality.
And you will strive to foster such thought. Is that right?
Correct.
Perhaps you have already experienced some form of personal evolution yourself, then.
Personal evolution.
Yeah, I don't doubt it, little Duma. You've been through way too much not to be left a little wiser for it. You know, I'd say this whole adventure taught us all a thing or two.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna make my way to the bridge then.
I shall see you there.
I'll be right there, no worries. But I think it's a really nice thought that while the Scorpion are striving for
Perhaps I
evolution,
said
there's
all
also
there is
part of
left to
personal
say.
evolution in one single
Best
lifetime,
Make my
which
way
is
to
a
the
really nice way
bridge.
of looking at it.
Duma has changed greatly since we first met. As they themselves said, much of that is thanks to you, Laeticia.
Alright, I think that's it. I think we should head for the bridge as well.
I am grateful to have had the time to speak with everyone one final time.
Do we want to
Perhaps
talk
I should
to...
now make for the bridge.
Nah, I agree. Let's make for the bridge. We already talked to everyone.
I don't remember that being there.
Something up?
3 unidentified objects in orbit around Aster IV. They're around 30 meters in diameter. They weren't there before. Establishing visual.
Centralists?
Debris from the battle between Akizuki and the Scorpion ship?
That is no debris. Detecting autonomous corrections in trajectory.
That is Scorpion.
Hang on now. What are Scorpion doing in this system on a scale like that?
Sure doesn't look like anything good. Doesn't look like they're itching for a fight, but it's probably safer to think they've got eyes on us, too. We got readings on any other Scorpion battleships?
Captain, we've picked up a massive structure on the surface that wasn't there before. Pulling up the feed now.
Whoa, wait a minute. Don't tell me that thing is...
Scorpion.
The sheer size of it.
Where is this tower, precisely?
This looks like... the ancient coil in Nilbeth?
That cannot be! What of the Trathan settlement there? Can we not see what is underway within?
Sensors are being blocked. Interior scanning of the tower was unsuccessful. This construct... could it be?
I have no idea what's going on. Well, Laeticia, looks like it's not time for goodbyes just yet.
It's not a Symbo drive, isn't
It
it?
would appear so.
Ray, transmission from the surface.
From that tower?
No, this is... It's from the royal capital.
This is Lola paging the Aldous. Do you copy?
Lola!
Welcome home, Princess Laeticia. The situation here is critical.
Details now!
Settle down and listen well. We are without many casualties. Aucerius, Vey'l, and Nilbeth are working jointly on this. We're currently assessing the situation. I'd ask that you land at the Aucerian Royal Palace. I can brief you on the latest intel once you've arrived.
Very well. We shall be with you shortly. Ray?
Copy. Alright, let's do this. Ant?
Yeah, leave the rest here to me. But haul your ass back this way if things go south.
Yeah, it's pretty clear that Boldor heard what we said about the coil, about it resembling the Symbo drive that we saw at Vergold, and when he transported out of his body back to the Scorpion consciousness, he relayed that information and they went straight over to Aster II in order to capture that power for themselves, and that's what we're seeing right here, right now. A structure to get that Symbo drive or something that's similar like that was on this planet. I think, yeah, I think we need to face him once again. So I think it's time for us to head down there as quickly as possible.
My father and everyone are in trouble. We must make for Aucerius at once.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be like a final dungeon. Extremely big, a lot of strong enemies, and a lot of ways to increase our stats.
What of the Emperor, the Colonel, and Gaston? Well... I see. Let us go meet with His Royal Majesty.
Yeah, let us. Let's go to the briefing room.
With his council just above.
Just what I thought we were... Laeticia, Raymond, it is good to have you back.
It relieves me to see you well, Father. Whatever has happened here in my absence?
These strange beings simply rained down upon us one day. A whole expanse of the Nilbeth continent fell all but instantly.
And what of the Trathan? Have you heard nothing?
Many of your people have fled their homes to seek refuge in Aucerius and Vey'l. Some fled for the Nilbeth capital instead, but all are safe.
Indeed. Then I am relieved.
The invaders have made no further movements since their capture of Nilbeth. Without the slightest inkling of their plan, the Royal and Imperial navies can do naught but sit in wait off the coast.
These invaders are Scorpium.
That much is obvious.
If I am not mistaken, their foremost aim is most certainly the ancient coil. They have raided similar sites in other worlds beyond our own.
But the Centralist faction, which espoused such ways, has been eliminated.
You say that, but look at what's in front of you. This is exactly the kind of thing those bastards would do.
Ray, transmission from Aster IV surface. It's being relayed through a satellite, but I think it's from that Scorpium construction. What? There's no way.
Merchant vessel Aldous.
I told you
Your
so.
return has kept us waiting.
That voice.
Voltor! I witnessed you perish!
He endures.
If only it were surprising. His consciousness persists on the network. Are we to understand that the physical form we fought against in Provenient's cavern was merely one of many he had obtained?
It would appear so. In his cybermind integration, he has abandoned his physical form. And his consciousness is now more directly connected to the Scorpium continuum than most of our kind.
Which means what? Are we to suffer him in multifarious forms no matter how oft he is bested?
That is correct.
You jest.
As was the plan, I have taken up the mantle of the Sovereign and will bring the universe together as one new Scorpium.
You've planned this from the start?
What? You manipulated us from the start.
The history, the traditions, all of Nilbeth stands as the perfect first subject for my rebirth Scorpion.
None are yours to take!
Hear me, good people of Aster IV. With me as their sovereign, the rebirth Scorpium are here to see all the universe fused as one. The people of this planet will be but the first to join us. Let go of your troubles and your fears, and accept Scorpium. Hark, we offer you naught but enlightenment. The Scorpium are what our people were always meant to be. Laeticia Aucerius. I trust you hear me. You will continue to resist me. Of that much I am certain. But know that I wish for nothing more than peace and happiness for you all as well.
You lie!
We await you, Princess. Our numbers ever growing.
Ray! I'm detecting lots of Scorpium-looking aircraft taking off from that structure in Nilbeth. They're spreading out over the entire planet.
This isn't good. If they move on the cities, we will not hold out for long.
This will be a far, far cry from our battle with Remington. How are we to wage war against an enemy immune to death itself?
Our only hope is finding a way to curb Boldor's influence.
Elaborate.
The data we require can only be obtained by visiting that tower.
All right then. Nothing ventured, nothing earned, huh? Chloe, what do you think about landing us inside that spire?
The way they're jamming our sensors, a direct landing will be impossible.
Well, get us as close as you can, and we'll hike the rest.
Fret not. I have faith that we will be fine.
Yes, as you say. You got it. I mean, we've been riding our luck this far. All right, we get in close, we bust on in, we figure out the rest as we go.
Hell yeah. Alright. Looks like the king has a side quest for us as well. Ah, no.
There are reports that Imperial forces opposed to peace with the Kingdom have started a rebellion. Princess Laeticia, as one of the few familiar with the Tyrannus, I humbly request you to investigate these reports and suppress the rebellion if true.
Well, we can always try and find out.
My sincerest thanks for your gracious aid. We must quell the flames of rebellion ere they spread.
Alright. Like always, most side quests we'll just do between the episodes. Because none of them really influence the main story much. They're just opportunities to gain some more experience, items and that kind of stuff we can use to synthesize into better equipment.
But even if I can't help, you might be able to. Please take it in my stead.
Ah, yes, the package we haven't delivered yet, because I haven't found it yet. At least where we need to deliver it. Is it for the whole building? Can we go directly to the structure from here? Are we allowed to teleport to it? Yes, we are. I might regret going straight to it, but I'm curious. I'm so curious. I want to see what this last level is.
Remain ever aware. The Nilbeth we once knew is no more.
I understand. Let us be off.
New enemies, new challenges? As much as I really want to go there right now, so we have access to it and we can start exploring it, I'll save it until the next episode. We've seen plenty today. We got a confirmation that Baldur is still alive and kicking. And yes, how do we defeat an entity that's in a system that is galaxy-wide? I say, burst the system, start over, but I doubt the Scorpion would be up for that. So for now, let's get to that tower, get into it and see what we can find out, but that's gonna be next time. Until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are, and if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time as we go to the tower. See you then, bye bye.